News.mc on Monaco Info is brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties. Bringing you news on Monaco's economy, culture, sports and more. Welcome to News.mc, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Coming up on News.mc, discover past week's top stories and meet the people who make Monaco.
My name is Richard Pactus. I'm the owner and general manager of Monaco Prestige Limousines, and you are watching News.mc on Monaco Info.
What's been making headline in the past week? His Serene Highness Prince Albert II travelled to Delphi to take part in the Delphi Economic Forum on April the 23rd, held at one of the country's most historic sites. Once considered the centre of the ancient world, Delphi now hosts a leading platform for dialogue on global challenges, bringing together political, economic and intellectual leaders. During the opening session, the sovereign shared his vision for the future, with a strong focus on environmental protection and the development of the blue economy. Discussions centred on sustainable growth, regional cooperation and the role of the Mediterranean in addressing global issues. His participation highlighted Monaco's commitment to international dialogue and reinforced prospects for deeper cooperation with Greece, particularly in sustainability, innovation and economic development. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II took centre stage during the historic Grand Prix with a ceremonial lap aboard the legendary Bugatti Type 41 Royale, celebrating the model's 100th anniversary. The iconic car, a symbol of engineering ambition and elegance, was one of the highlights of the event's second day, drawing strong interest from enthusiasts and collectors alike. The sovereign described the experience as both emotional and memorable, reflecting on the enduring appeal of historic racing cars spanning multiple eras. Widely regarded as one of the most powerful and prestigious automobiles of its time, the Bugatti Royale embodies the spirit of innovation that defined early automotive history. Jean Alesi returned to action at the historic Grand Prix after a dramatic crash during free practice in his Ferrari 312 on April the 25th. The accident caused significant damage, but the driver escaped uninjured while mechanics worked overnight to repair the historic single-seater. Alesi acknowledged pushing too hard on Monaco's demanding circuit, describing the incident as a reminder of the respect such powerful cars require. Thanks to an extraordinary restoration effort, the Ferrari was ready to race the following day. He completed the session without further issues, finishing 6th in his category, just seconds behind the winner. The episode highlighted both the challenges of historic racing. Monaco Legend Group achieved €26.47 million in total sales at its exclusive timepieces auction that concluded on April 26th with an impressive 98.3% sell-through rate. Held at the Hotel Le Méridien Beach Plaza, the sale attracted global participation across Europe, the United States, the Middle East and Asia, both in-room and online. Results confirmed sustained demand for rare, original and fresh-to-market watches, with collectors increasingly focused on quality and provenance. Leading the sale was a Patek Philippe reference 3448 Padalone at €2.1 million including premium, followed by a Rolex Daytona reference 16516 Platinum, a Rolex Daytona JPS and a Rolex reference 6304 Overtone Platinum. The auction highlighted continued strength of the watch market and reinforced Monaco Legend Group's position in the global watch market ahead of its June Lugano sale. The 8th edition of Monaco Art Week opened on April the 27th, transforming the Principality into a vibrant cultural showcase. Bringing together 14 galleries and auction houses, the event offers a rich journey through artistic creation. Founded to unite Monaco's art scene, the initiative continues to grow, presenting museum-quality pieces by major artists alongside modern design and jewellery. Exhibitions are spread across key districts, inviting the public to explore a curated circuit of spaces, all freely accessible. The opening evening was attended by His Serene Highness Prince Albert II and Princess of Hanover, who officially launched the event at the new National Museum of Monaco. Galleries, auction houses and art enthusiasts will continue to collaborate throughout the week, offering a curated journey across Monaco's most iconic districts. By encouraging dialogue between collectors, institutions and the public, Monaco Art Week highlights the Principality's expanding influence as an international hub for art and cultural exchange. Monaco's Judicial Training Institute, the IMFPJ, held a conference at Charles III College on April the 27th, focusing on ethics in legal professions. Chaired by Samuel Vuelta-Simon, the Director of Judicial Services, the session explored the importance of ethical standards, particularly in the context of Monaco's role within the Council of Europe and upcoming international evaluations. The IMFPJ program, launched last September, has trained over 200 legal professionals across 32 sessions covering public, civil, criminal, business and tax law. The conference underlined the importance of integrity in legal practice. The Étoile schooner made a stopover in Monaco on April the 28th, marking a return to the Principality as part of celebrations for the 400th anniversary of the French Navy. Built in 1932, the historic vessel continues to train young sailors, offering hands-on experience at sea. His Serene Highness Prince Albert II visited the ship during its stay, meeting the crew and highlighting its enduring role in maritime education. Staffed by around 20 officers and trainees, the schooner provides a unique environment where all aspects of sailing are learned through direct practice. Animal welfare remains central to the mission of the Monaco SPA, which has completed major improvements at its shelter in the Alps Maritimes. The upgraded site now features enhanced indoor and outdoor spaces, including open parks for dogs and calm areas for cats, designed to improve comfort and reduce stress. Their Serene Highnesses, Prince Albert II and Princess Charlene, president of the organization, accompanied by Princess Stephanie, visited the facility on April the 29th to mark the completion of the works. A tribute was also paid to Princess Antoinette, founder of the Principality's first animal shelter. Caring for around 70 animals, the SPA continues to rescue abandoned and mistreated pets, supported by a growing network of volunteers and future partnership initiatives. The Roca team is on the verge of EuroLeague elimination after losing both opening playoff games against Olympiacos BC in Piraeus. Monaco first fell 91-70 in Game 1 on April the 28th after a strong first half collapsed following an 11-0 Olympiacos run before the break. The Principality side then suffered an even heavier 94-64 defeat in Game 2 on April the 30th, with Sasha Vezenkov again leading the Greek side and Mike James ejected before half-time. The series now heads to Monaco, where the Roca team must win Game 3 on May the 5th to keep its EuroLeague campaign alive. Next up, our exclusive interview with the personalities making the Principality.
My name is Richard Pactus. I'm the owner and general manager of Monaco Prestige Limousines. So the first part of my life was in this very town. I was born and raised in Monaco, and then I ventured off to London, and then after I went to New York to do something completely different, and then I came back naturally and started working with my father in the company. My dad was very much present in the ground transportation company world in Monaco. He started his company over 30 years ago, and throughout the years we've developed it into what it is today. That's what I was kind of very much born and got used to. Primarily, we do airport transfers between Monaco and Nice Airport and vice versa. We are also very fortunate. Some clients of ours, they trust us for their European trips. So if we have to go to Spain or to Portugal, somewhere to Italy, we send cars. Sometimes they trust the drivers, they trust our cars and our vehicles. But the beauty of what we do is the destinations that we get to take our clients to. That's the really interesting part, seeing what are the beauty of our region. So we offer everything from a small sedan, so we have like a BMW 5 Series, through the Mercedes flagship, which is the S-Class, Mercedes S-Class. We have, of course, Mercedes V-Class, which is the van. We have a Mercedes GLS Maybach, which is the big Maybach SUV. We have a Range Rover, and then the long wheelbase, beautiful Range Rover. So we have a nice selection of cars that can cater to different kind of needs. We can outsource. We can also rent cars and put them under our fleet. Let's say we have 13 cars. You can take half of your fleet extra, so six, seven. You know, Monaco, all the companies work together. You get requests. I remember once a woman was taking the last flight from Air France, and she missed the flight out of Nice, and she told the driver, she's like, okay, we're driving to Paris. So obviously the driver was not expecting a 20-hour back and forth trip, but you know, you do what it is. So then by respecting all the laws and everything, of course, every day is not the same. You start in Monaco on Monday, and on Thursday you're in Saint-Tropez, and on Friday you're in Cannes, and you know, change of scenery, of daily scenery, which makes our job very interesting. We're fortunate that we work also with the hotels in Monaco and the surroundings, so it's very important that we always have someone on standby for those last-minute requests. You can't take clients for granted, of course, because as I said, we're 20 companies in Monaco. We all practically have the same cars, of course. They're all, you know, black Mercedes S-Class or Mercedes V-Class. You have to keep the personal human interaction going. You can't just be, you know, nowadays also with applications, you just flick open the application, you order your car, your driver is here, you say, you know, you give 5 stars, you give a tip, and then you're gone. Obviously, we don't have applications in Monaco. That's why you have to keep that relationship going with our company and the clients. That's primarily the most important. What makes us different is just the quality of the cars. It may seem, you know, some people may not pay attention to the certain details that are taken in a car, but our clients, I think that's why they choose us, because we go the extra mile and we get, you know, the options in the nice cars. Our forte, you know, we can have the best cars in the world, but if we don't have the best drivers or drivers that go with them, it's obsolete. So we are very focused also on the recruitment that we do. So in our line of work, it's quite a testament, I think, to what we do. And we're very also, because it's a family company, and I think our drivers, they feel that also. And they felt it very much recently also, with the passing of my father also, when we all came together and worked. Monaco may not seem, you know, on a daily basis, is not as exciting as a big city like New York. But if you stop and, you know, and look in Monaco, you see, you know, that first of all, it's a hub. Something like 40 or 50,000 people come into Monaco every day to work. What also Monaco is, why make it so special, is that if you look around the different nationalities that live in Monaco, I think it's over 100 nationalities that live in Monaco in 2 square kilometers, which I think is pretty much unheard of in the world. And it's also understanding and catering to all those 100 nationalities, because they all, you know, everyone has their way of doing things and their expectations. And so it's how do you meet those expectations and deliver quality service that is acceptable for everyone. And also, what's so rewarding in what we do is that when we pick up someone, you know, a first-time person that comes to Monaco on a honeymoon, on a weekend or anything, our drivers are the first person to welcome and to talk about Monaco, because naturally they're going to ask questions. What's this? What's that? What's this? That's what's also rewarding, is that our drivers have to be personable and they have to be interested in sharing stories or their anecdotes about Monaco. And so that's what's interesting also.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching News.mc, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Discover the full interview and more stories on our websites, News.mc and MonacoInfo.com. Next week, we will receive Pastor Maldonado, ex-Formula One driver and president of Valtoria. This show is intended to provide a summary of the past week's top stories for the English-speaking audience. For daily and real-time news updates in English, please visit News.mc and subscribe to our free daily newsletter. For French news, visit MonacoInfo.com. This show was brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties.